Morning, YouTube. How we doing this morning? Let's see here. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, man? Oh man, oh man. Got some stuff to. I got some beef today. That's why I started a little early. Got a little beef. I got a little beef. Um, should have stayed in my lane, but I'm frustrated. I should have stayed in my lane because I don't like confrontation. Should have stayed in my lane. But the fact is, the fact is that we are living, especially African Americans, we are living under such a huge generational curse that's been handed down from generation to generation to generation. You know, and it's so frustrating. It's so aggravating. It's so infuriating. I mean, I don't know if that's even a word. It's. I sat and listened in on a. Um, I listened in again on a live yesterday that I had to jump in on because I was so aggravated because when you don't get it, you don't get it, and you don't realize that it's a generational curse. You don't realize that you were indoctrinated into this crap. You've got all of these, African American women that are saying that it's okay to have all of this masculine energy and to act like a man. It's okay to be full of yourself. It's okay to say that I am not going to relinquish this masculine energy till you prove to me that I need to. Somebody in the chat, somebody that's coming in on the remix, leave me a message and tell me what other race, what other ethnicity does that? What other group of people, what other does Caucasian women do it? Do Asian women do it? Does South Asian women do it? Do Polynesian women do it? Do women in Africa? So this should tell you that you've been indoctrinated and that you don't want to let it. The women in Africa, do you tell me somewhere in Africa where they do this? You tell me somewhere in TikTok or Instagram or Facebook where other races of people do this. That I don't need to stop acting like a man until you show me you can be a man. But you as a man was brought up by me as a woman because I told the world that I don't need a man. But I can make my son into the perfect man of the man that I want to be, but I'm going to coddle him to make him a bitch, to make him a little bitch. I'm gonna make him a little girl because I'm gonna make his lunch. I'm gonna be his mommy. I'm gonna love him. I'm gonna treat him like a boyfriend. I'm not gonna let him nowhere near his father because I'm mad that his father done moved on to another woman because I couldn't stop acting like I got a dick. Hello, somebody. I couldn't stop acting like I had a penis. I couldn't stop nagging. I couldn't stop trying to run everything But but I've taken him to child support, and y'all don't realize child support ain't for the support of the child. Child support is to pay these judges, these judges, whatchamacallit, their pension funds. It's to pay the state when the guy's late. All the late fees go to the state. I mean, you've been indoctrinated to this foolishness. Instead of saying, "Hey, baby, I love you. Hey, baby, I want to be with you." Oh, it's okay. You don't need protection. No, 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 no. If you're gonna do all that foolishness, wear some protection. If you're gonna do all that, hey, put a ring on it. Because I'm telling you, if this had to be, if we were the ones that had babies, there wouldn't be a whole lot of babies out here. I'd be like, nah, I don't believe your bull. I don't believe you. But see, we're so with this, and then I can't find a man, and I need a high paying man. I need this man. I need that man. You don't know what the hell you need because you don't know what you need. You don't even know what you want, but you want to blame everybody else. You want to blame the world. You want to blame everybody but self. For you to start finding something, you got to find what's wrong with you first. Hello, somebody. And I remember I said it. I said it. I said, you know what? When you find the right woman, when you find the right person, the right woman, the right man, even when if you are broke and you got to sleep under a bridge. And this was just a saying. I wasn't hoping this would happen. This is just a saying. Someone in the chat on the panel said, "Yeah, I bet, yeah, you saying that, but I bet you the woman don't want that." How the hell do you know? Because if I had a choice, if it got so bad that I had a choice of you got to go out on the street, one of y'all got to go on the street, and one of y'all could stay in this abode to stay warm and be dry and be up. I would go out on the street and have my wife be in the abode or be healthy. See, because we as men, it's ingrained in us to survive. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. It's ingrained in us to survive. See, this is why when you hear it's ingrained in us to do the manual stuff. It's part of our nature to get out there and garden and till the fields and build and make the roads but that stuff don't pay. It didn't go like it should when the economy went skyrocket. You see what I'm saying? But as a man, this is what we know. And I'm not saying that to say anything, but the fact is, ladies, you attract what you are. Fellas, you attract what you are. Think of I hate to attack, but I gotta say it. You attract what you are. So if you keep on getting this idiot that has no purpose, that has no nothing, you need to check yourself first. You know how that old saying, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself? You need to check yourself. What am I doing wrong? What am I projecting? What am I giving off that this is all these people, because you always hear, I want a thug. Let me give it a definition of a thug. A thug is a piece of shit. I'm gonna say it because we are grown people here. A thug is a piece of shit. A thug is a criminal. Well, I'm the man. I'm the male voice of my relationship. You need to figure out why is that. Something wrong here. And there was a guy on, and it's a they say they say it. I forgot what, I gotta find the name because I see it on TikTok all the time. But there's a brother with a big beard, and he's got so much knowledge, man. I mean, I get shivers up my spine when he speaks, because when some lady asks what happens when you got in a relationship, that your significant other is more emotional than you are. And the man said that a man has to have an open space where he can release, where he can let his guard down. Because when you got someone that's hard all the time, when you got someone that is hard all the time, it's gonna tear him up inside, and he's gonna treat you like crap. He's gonna treat you like crap, and you don't even see it. You don't even see that it's been ingrained in you as I would say kings and queens, but I can't stand that with those words. It's graved in you as a wonderful woman, wonderful African American woman, or whoever's listening in. It's ingrained in you. It's a generational curse that you're told that you don't need nobody but self. That you have to be so selfish, that you got to be so self-righteous, that you got to do everything by yourself. You got to do everything by yourself because you don't know how to engage in a proper relationship. You don't know how to tell a man, hey, I'm not going to accept that from the get-go. I'm not going to accept that. And if you're going to do that, we can't be together. Wow, did that even sound, we always talk about breaking generational curses. I said in the live because everybody, you always talk about, you a little bitch and all that. You don't know what a real bitch even is. I don't want to be violent because I grew up in a violent household. I don't want to fight because I don't know if I can stop once I start. I don't want to engage in that because I go from 0 to 100. See, when a man knows, and you hear this, well, I don't want a weak man because I'll walk all over him. If a man cares about you, he's going to let you walk all over him, you idiot. Stop thinking all about, I got the upper hand. I gave it to you. I relinquish it because I don't want to have to be in charge and have all of that responsibility all the time. I want to be able to give it to somebody else that I care about. I want to be able to love freely, but we're not allowed to do that. We have to put on this persona that I'm, I'm Aegis Elvis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm the, I'm the Terminator. I don't have no feelings. I don't have nothing. I don't know how to be happy, and I have to kiss the back of your backside all the way through everything, so everything gonna be all right. It, it's just not feasible. And half of us can't even read your mind. Half of us don't even know what the heck you want. A smart woman to find a man and say, "Look, okay, like when you put the two thumbs together and your fingers up, and you look at a picture." A smart woman can look at a man and say, "I can work with this. I can mold him with my femininity, and he won't even realize it." See, y'all so stupid. I'm not letting no man run me. You're so dumb that you think that all that nagging and all that other stuff is going to stop somebody. It's going to make a man listen. Let me tell you what'll make a man listen. And my wife did it to me. She came up to me one day with two fingers and touched the side of my face and then caressed the side of my face. She said, "I finally found you, and I need you to be around because I don't want to lose you. Can you start? Can you start eating more healthy and being more healthy?" That caress, that touch, I was like, "Yes, yes, yes, dear, yes, honey." You don't believe the power that's within your hand that you don't even understand. And you talk about, and I sat there and I listened, and all these folks that were talking about dating over 40. You're over 40 and still ain't figured it out. I'm 56. I figured out a few things. I'm still learning how and when to shut the heck up and just nod my head, even if I don't agree. It's an easy situation. And one person said, "Yeah, you got to learn how to handle me." What the hell I need to handle you for? You're not no animal. I'm not no trainer at the zoo. What the heck I need to handle you for? Yeah, and I'm just sorry about that, Mike. I know it's oh it, I just had to vent because it just be cracking me up, and you don't understand. Folks don't understand. You're under a generational curse, and you act like you just because you have all these degrees don't mean that you smart. Just because you got all these certifications and you make all of this money don't mean that you smart. And you don't even get what I'm saying. Don't mean that you street smart, you're worldly smart, you're smart about the world or anything that has to do with the world. That's all I'm saying. You don't even know. But I posted, I don't know if it's gonna work. I posted a link, um, two of them. It's YouTube. It's featuring a young man, and I think he does videos on YouTube but he wrote a song to be a man, and Darius Rucker had heard it and added to a verse, and then they made a video together. Oh my God. I sat for the last 30 or 40 minutes crying because I felt every word of that. Yes, I said crying. I felt every word. When you get in there and you really see what they're talking about. Men, we need a safe space. Women, well, I need someone to protect me. Yeah, you do. And I said that. Yeah, you think I'm a bitch, but I know how to use an assault rifle. I got a few, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I know how to use an assault rifle. I don't want to use it. That is my last resort. I don't want. But I can protect. I can protect mine. You know what I mean? Because we all worry about this persona of being a man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, most of us are learning as we go. I'm 56, still trying to figure this mess out. And then when I finally thought I figured it out, it turns out that hey, half of this mess is conditional on the situation. Do you see what I'm saying? Hey, morning, Oldham. Half of this mess is conditioned on the situation because we don't realize. You don't realize all of us got a problem. We just don't want to accept it. All of us got something. We just don't want to accept it. But okay, let's get into the conversation. I was on YouTube and watching some stuff, and I noticed there was a video of a woman that was meeting a man, first date, and this is how it goes, and this is how most women do. They don't explain the full story, especially online dating and stuff like that. You just see their face. I remember, I remember one lady said, you know, send me a side view, a side picture of you, and I did, and she said, you fat, called me a fat ass, and then said, when you gonna see me? I said, I'm not. She said, so why not? Because you called me a fat ass. No, we done. I, you know, to the left, we done. But in the video, the men, I guess they were meeting for a coffee date, and the woman, they came up on the woman, and she was in a wheelchair, and they looked and then took off each and every time. Each and every time they took off, they left her hanging right there. One guy had flowers, and he threw the flowers down on the table and left. And it kind of broke my heart because I was like, dang, it was a test, but this happens all the time, and one guy had stayed and sat there and listened, but I was done with the video, but I wanted to come up with that. Would you would you be with someone who was handicapped, or would you stay with someone who's handicapped? And in my personal point of view is, good morning, Irvin. My personal point of view is, and I'm saying this kind of conditionally because I would have to condition myself. If you're in a wheelchair, then it means I need to strengthen myself up. If we're going to be in a relationship, I have to strengthen myself up to lift you up if need be, to help you if need be. So, okay, I would have to, I'd have to know these things. Look, if we're going to be together, we have to buy you, they have these things that you could lift someone up and you help them out or stuff like that. I got no problem with it. It's because I am a hopeless romantic. I always have been. What do I mean by that? I believe in love. I believe in a normal relationship where, you know, that's just another challenge. That's just another challenge. See, because what I said earlier and all that spouting off and yelling and screaming that I did earlier, these generational curses that women believe that I gotta be more manly than you to prove a point is technically and honestly a handicap. You've been so conditioned that you don't even realize and I said it before and I'm saying it right now, the power that you have in the fingertips of your hand, that you can get a man to do anything you want by just talking to him in a loving, caring way to say, baby, can you please do this? Because I need you to help me out. And I even told my wife, I'll yell and scream and bitch and moan, and I'll still do what you tell me to do. And I said, I just need to warn you about it. She used to get all in her feelings. I'm not doing that fucking shit. Could you please do that for me, baby? Please. Please. I'm not doing it, and I'm yelling and screaming. I'm not doing it, but I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing the bags. I'm lifting them up, and I'm going to do it. Can you run to the store and get me such and such? Baby, I just got home. I just drove 900 miles to get home to get to you, and you want me to go back out? What? What do you need? Literally, what do you need? I will do whatever you ask me to do because I know the power that you have in your hand, the power you have in your fingers. Because a lot of times we'll say, I don't want to hear your mouth. It's not that we don't want to hurt you. It's that generational curse. And again, because you, me, I'm saying both of us, you, me, we attract what we are. If I'm fucked up, I'm going to attract, what am I going to attract? Effed up people. If I'm already handicapped, I'm going to attract someone just as broken as I am. And oh man, I could go down the list. That's why I was so afraid I was so afraid to be with the woman I am with right now. Because I realized a while ago, you attract what you are. I'm so fucked up. I can't go through this no more. And I figured when I figured that out, I can't go through this no more. Maybe that was the change. That was the understanding. That was the whatever. And see, that's why when I say if you're handicapped, could I handle it? I'm saying yes. I don't know about anybody in the chat. I'm saying yes. Because came up with the right prerequisites, if you cared about me, if you listened to me, if you understood me, and we got along and we had a connection, I got no problem with it. You see, because we look at the seen and not the unseen handicap. The seen handicap is this person is in a wheelchair. That's the seen handicap. But guess what? I got handicaps too. We see one thing, but we're not understanding that all of us got handicaps. All of us got problems. All of us all of us are so effed up that we don't realize. It goes back to even the generational curses. We're so immersed, and then we think that I'm thinking that I am the shit, that I deserve better, and I don't even understand that I'm just as handicapped as that person that's sitting in that wheelchair. But I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to accept it. And you see in the video that a lot of guys are upset, and one guy threw the flowers down on her and left the woman there. Even though she was an actress, it was still sad to see. And to add to that, there was another. I was listening to a podcast a while ago, and this was a medical podcast. The people that were doing it were registered nurses, and they were saying that in certain states, they are not allowed to tell the loved one certain things about the person that's in that bed hurting and dying. And this is a common situation that their partner doesn't know that they're dying of AIDS, HIV. This is still something, this is still prevalent. This is going on right now. And they're saying that they did not tell their partner that they're dying of AIDS. And they don't know that their partner, and they're all hurting and saying, "Oh my God, is they okay? Yes, what's going on there?" They can't tell the person, and it seems like that person was so afraid to be normal that they didn't tell the person that they're with that they're HIV positive. It's such a crying shame. Now, and I don't know. I don't know if I could do the HIV positive. We would have to be boy. We would have to be seriously be careful. And then there's drugs that you could take that would bring it down that it's not even registering. I don't know. But would you be with someone like that? That they want to be loved too. They made a mistake. Someone lied to them. It could have been anything. I don't know. Then we have the situations where my my wife's friend, she got with this older gentleman, and turns out what she believes he lied, that he was older than what he said he was, because he looked younger, but he's actually like 10 years older than what he said. Had a stroke and is being ornery and being mean and being whatever, and she's tired. They're married, and she's tired because they used to go to the casino, they used to do things, they used to travel, and they're tired. Could you or would you be with someone in that situation? I from what my wife, I can't tell you guys everything, and everything is not your business. But what my wife accepted of me has locked me in for good. And don't get me wrong, she ain't perfect. She hurt my feelings a few days ago. I poured my heart out to her, and she joked about it, and I was mad as heck. But I had to learn this is, normal. This is a normal relationship. The world ain't coming to an end. The world ain't coming to an end. And guys, I posted the link is up in the beginning. If you get a chance, if the link works, hit that link. It's a song by featuring Darius Rucker, "To Be a Man." It's man, it had me boo-hooing this morning, but I felt every bit of that. But back to what we're talking about. The Can you or would you be able to take care of someone that you've been with at this point? Could you put a diaper on them if they needed to have a diaper? Could you would you wipe their backside if they couldn't do it? I'd be embarrassed as heck if my wife had to wipe my backside, wipe my butt. But without hesitation, I would. I might be dressed up like someone from a hazmat, but we'd be laughing about it. But I would, because it is important to me that I need you to know that it's not just words. You've taken my heart. You've taken, you've connected to my soul. It's not, it's not, it's not normal how you have control over me. So whatever I need to make you more comfortable to do, I'll do. And see, that's the problem with the people that at this day and age, we're so selfish, we're so self-righteous that I I'm not doing it. I'm not going to accept it. I'm not going to let you whatever. It's not happening. This is how we do. Then we wonder why you're alone. Relationships, real, true relationships are give and take. They're built on trust. They're built on um, working together. Sometimes you have to take the L. Sometimes you have to accept accept that certain things are not going to change. Is that going to mess up the dynamics of our relationship? Am I going to allow that to hurt how I feel to be with you as a person? Am I going to allow that? Let's see. Let's see what you said. Okay, I got to pull over this exit. I'm about to hit the red line on fuel and we'll run out, but I keep on talking. You know, I didn't learn till late 40s, till it came into my 50s, to control some of this stuff. Jesus, to control some of my actions. I had to learn from Charles to shut the hell up and relax. Everybody isn't out for me. Everybody isn't out for blood. To relax and understand. Not easy. Nobody said it was, but it's not easy. But there is some people are okay being by themselves. I was never okay being by myself because I always wanted to know what it what it felt like to be loved, what it felt like to be cared about, what it felt like to be appreciated. See, we think it's when we see a physical handicap. Well, he can barely walk. Or they need a cart to be pushed, or the can't stand for long, or whatever. And then everything is we're mad and upset, but we don't look at it. This is our partner. They are in pain. They are not. Well, you should. They should do this. They should be. How do you know? Everybody ain't like you. Everybody can't drop and give me 20. That's what I'm saying. We think we're perfect, but we're not. We're all handicapped. Some of us just have it on the outside, and the rest of us are hiding it on the inside. Tell me I'm wrong. The rest of us are hiding it on the inside. Boy, they park around here. Jeez, these guys are parked. They all over the place. Now I can stop it. I wanted to read what Urban said. It says, yeah, you're right. But see, the thing is, when I've never been in a regular relationship, I don't know how to act. And see, when we're in relationships, we need to understand that maybe, just maybe, the person doesn't understand. And what I was saying earlier about, hold on, I got to punch in some numbers so I can get this. No, if I cut the truck off, whatever. Hold on, guys. Bear with me a second. 18083. Oh boy, let's see here. I ain't gonna walk to the back of the truck, so so that y'all lose me. No, all these buttons that I have to press. See, but the thing is, when we look at people that have handicaps or are handicaps, did we, instead of, like I said in the video earlier, instead of just walking away and being mad, how about have a conversation and say, well, how did you get into that position? How did you wind up in a wheelchair? It could be that this person was, an athlete, a decathlon, or something. Oh, good morning, bye, sugar mama. Hey, let's see. You know, we look we look at the short term when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. Guess what? I want to grow old together. I want to be with someone that wants to be with me in my old age. And guess what? In your old age, you got to do old people stuff. And nobody wants to hear about the old people stuff, but old people, you need help. You need help getting around. You need help surviving. You got some people that are saying men are getting with women and not telling them that they're sick. Well, that's wrong. Now, if we're together and I tell you, I give you everything, I give you all the prerequisites that I'm going through, then I've let you know. I had to tell my wife all my physical impairments and all my I even told her the mental ones. She still don't get those, but I mean, it's still. Could you be with someone that you have to take care of? And that was one of the things that was brought up in the live yesterday. Well, guess what? Everybody. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Everybody is not going to get a triathlon. Everybody is not going to get that person that's got the six pack. He might have started out as six pack, but guess what? You get old. You get older. You know what I'm saying? You get old. Your body falls apart. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? You're right. If we give them that list, they might walk away. But guess what? If you spoon feed them, they might actually stay. They might actually stay. I told Norma some shit that I'll never tell you guys. And she said, "Well, okay." I said, "What?" She said, "Okay. Thanks for telling me." Do you see what I'm saying? She said, "Thank you for telling me. If you survive this long, then then keep doing." And I forgot it. I forgot even about it. Then keep doing what you're doing. And she think I'm you. I done told you something so profound that I didn't want no one else to know. And I told you, and you said, "Yeah, keep doing what you're doing." What? Uh, oh Lord, he dripped. Oh Lord. Oh, yeah, y'all got jokes. Y'all got jokes. Oh Jesus. Jesus take the wheel. Wow, I'm so low it's still filling up. See, but the thing is we're so selfish because guess what? The commitment of relationships and the commitment of marriage, it stopped meaning stuff to a whole lot of people. I'm committed to you. Look, look. Is crazy man talking about crazy people? Really? Yeah. Oh boy. uh, let's see here. I'm talking to y'all on live, and I should have put my coat on. It's cold out here, and I'm in South Georgia. Like, what the heck? Well, we'll get going in a minute. And my fuel thing was telling me that you can't fuel till you get into Florida. And I'm like, I'm about to hit the red line. I'm like, I'd have been on the live, stuck on the side of the road, stuck on the side of the road, trying to say, what the heck? But excuse me. Wow, man, I was really empty. But hey, I figured now the cap don't want to go on. See, but here's my question: Are you the type of person? Yeah, the going's good in the beginning, but when it starts to get rough, are you the kind of person that runs for cover? Oh, come on! I hate this freaking death. Because you try to put it in and set it. I was trying to set it so I can get in the truck, but now I got to barely tap it so I can fill it up. I'm getting low on death. What a piece of. uh, I'm ready for the cruise. Oh, what the heck? Oh, truck shut off. I know what I'm probably gonna have to do. Alrighty. All right. Okay. Now we're back. Let's see. Let's see. What are y'all talking about? You having a conversation? Uh, let's see. If they expect someone else to want to live, then some people are hard to take and difficult to live with. Yeah. You know what? I I don't know. I don't think I'm the easy person to live with myself. I mean, honestly, uh, I don't know. But every situation, you know, every situation, takes effort. You know. Hold on. Let's see here. The truck. The really, man, that's annoying. Let me know if the truck whatever takes over. The truck microphone takes over. I'll have to turn it off. I hope it don't, but we'll see. Do, 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 do. But back to the conversation. And it's funny how you can get deep because they started out with I'm saying that would you be with someone who is handicapped? And we start saying well, handicapped. It could be a person in a wheelchair, a person in crutches, a person that's overweight. You know, really. See, all this stuff happens when in the live. When a seatbelt don't want to act right. Oh, there it is. My seatbelt didn't want to act right. Okay, back to and that everybody's having good conversations with it, and you know what? We've all we've all have something. We have something that we've always got to deal with, something that is always going to be a part of us, and finding that right person that can accept us for who we are and what we can do to enhance them is a wonderful thing. What can I do to be a part of their life? If I just stayed the way I was that going to help? Okay, hold on. Uh, see, now the GPS is telling me go right, and I see the highway right there. So let's use some common sense to go towards the highway. Jesus, yeah, yeah, you know, 75. Okay, back back to the road. On the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again. We were talking about it earlier. My father, and I can understand it now because I thought it was stupid that he wouldn't stay in the bed. You know, um, The cancer's eating him up alive, and he tried to walk, and he'd get out the bed and fall on the ground. And my mother couldn't lift him up, and he would lay there for hours till someone got home. I couldn't come and help him because I'm trying to survive myself, and it just upset me. But Charles, the way Charles explained it, he wanted to go out, on his feet. Yeah, and I understand that, but it's just how, it's how. So if I could have, they have lifts and they have things that you can get that are on wheels, and I'd strap them around you and lift your behind up, and he got to the point where he couldn't even move anymore. It was just eating him up alive. I understand, everybody had, you know, these are the things that we got to look at. These are the things that we got to understand. I'm fine by myself. Well, one day you're gonna need somebody. If it's even so, if it's not gonna be a partner or a relationship, then make sure that you got enough money prepared that you be able to be someone that can come in and take care of you. I mean, I got no other thing to say about it. But these people that have the um, physical handicaps, they deserve to be loved too. They deserve to be appreciated. They deserve to have a somewhat normal life. But you have to be able to not be afraid and to be able to put everything on the table. See, we all, again, I'm going to say it today. Would you be with someone who's handicapped? All of y'all should be saying yeah, because all of us got some kind of handicap, some kind of problem, something that is holding us back from being a better person that we could be. We're talking about, bringing down barriers and breaking generational curses. We've all have them. We need to bring them down, but I can't force you to bring what you want that you ain't ready to let go, because I got stuff I ain't ready to let go. I got stuff that is finally dissipating after 11 to 12 years. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't think about that no more. Oh, I don't do this no more. I don't do that no more. You just have to hold on and think about, and hopefully that it's going to transpire that I can let these things go. But just remember, just because you see a physical handicap doesn't mean that you ain't got one yourself. And don't mess with God. I believe in God, the big God. Don't mess with God. Because we say karma. Karma it comes from, I believe it comes from the Hindu religion. Don't quote me on that. And there's a big long to it. We're using that wrong. But don't act like something ain't gonna happen to you. I didn't know I was almost gonna die in a fiery truck, with a truck on fire. I didn't know that was gonna happen to me. Now don't put it past you. Get those yearly checkups. Get that blood work done. Know your limitations. Know what's going to happen in your life. We're getting older, guys. Ain't nobody in this live in their 20s. We're getting older. We're having conversations and throwing things out there. This is for this. This conversation for entertainment purposes only has nothing to do with. I am not a licensed professional. I am not a licensed or clinical psychologist or psychiatrist. We're just talking here, and we're just bringing up subjects that are of interest. And all I'm saying is, open your mind, open your heart to reality and to change for people that are coming in or listening. If anybody's coming in as single and you're trying to find out, well, why can't I find this right man that I've got this list a mile long of all the prerequisites. I'm big as a house, but he or she has to have a six pack. He or she has to have long, luxurious hair. He or she has to make a $500,000 a year. He or she has to do all of this stuff and has to kiss my ass 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I get whatever I want. Come on, man. Come back to reality. Come back to reality. Look here, I get in an argument because I tell my wife, look, babe, just wait till the day when I know which way I'm heading, then we could do it. But my wife is so set on New Year's Eve. She has to want, and she wants to be with me. She will drive 500 miles to spend that moment, when the clock strikes 12. She's wanting to know right now. She's thinking it was going to be in Louisiana. I was like, babe, let it go. Guess what? I'm going to be going back to wherever this place is. So she's going to be driving down to Florida to be with me in the truck stop in the back of his truck on New Year's Eve. I could never imagine anyone better for me in my life than that woman right there. You got all these people. Oh, she pick me this that. If you notice, no. I could not ever imagine someone no more better than that in my life. That would drive 500 miles to be with me on New Year's. Person like that makes you want to be a better person. Like that makes you want to fix your in just with it. Makes you want to fix yourself even more. You got to remember, it took 56 years for me to fuck myself up to this position. So it's going to take me just as long to fix it. A lot of times that we talk, I'm bringing stuff up. It's because it's something that's bothered me. For y'all that come in, when y'all get a chance, Google or go on YouTube and look up "To Be a Man" and listen to the words of that daggone song. Listen to the words, because all of these lives, you could tell the pain that all these women are going through, and they don't always say, "I ain't got no problem. There ain't nothing wrong with me." It's just all these men. No, it's the ones you're picking, and you're not setting proper boundaries. You're not setting proper instructions. Men need real men. I'm talking to you as a man. You need to let me know my parameters. What you gonna put up with, and then you need to stand by it. What I mean by that? Because I'm gonna test those parameters. If you put my ass out, I know I'm not gonna ever do that shit again. But if you don't stand by the parameters that you put, I'm gonna keep on doing it. And if I keep on doing it, that should tell you I wasn't worth a damn anyway. Get rid of me. I remember my wife, when we were dating, she said, I don't like the B word. Don't say it around me. I'm not going to accept it. And even when I said, I even apologized. I said, but honey, this one deserves that. She said, I will not accept that. You're not going to call any woman the B word in front of me. And you shouldn't be doing it behind me. Do you see what I'm saying? And I said, okay, yes, ma'am. We need boundaries. You think we like yes. Why do you think God put us in charge? Because we want someone to teach us how to be in charge. So the woman, you gonna have to you think all these kings are doing everything on their own. They asking the queen. I can't sit there and run shit without asking for permission from my wife. No. Even the hardest of the hardest. My father was the hard one. When he realized my mother left his ass, she moved down to Georgia. That's why, I want him literally coming down to Georgia. He realized, wait, hold up. I know I'm fucking up, but I can't be without her. And he left. He moved down to Georgia. All I'm saying, long story, normally I would say long story short, but long story longer. You got to start retraining your brain. You don't know if well, who is that? Shan Tyman. It said you don't know if you're messing up your blessings or you're probably messing up your blessings. You don't know what God has in store for you when they put a certain person in your life. So stop looking at uh, the outward appearance and look at the inward person. All of us are not set on being a decathlete, a decathlon. Some of us like to eat. Do you guys know that with certain people that the food that they eat, they could be in pain in other ways, and that food is just like a cigarette. That food is just like alcohol. That food is just like that oxycontin or that marijuana. Well, some people, it makes them feel better to eat, and they're not used to letting it go. They might have been the most unfit person. I was that way. I wound up realizing that I was an emotional eater. The more upset I get, the bigger the double cheeseburger or more double cheeseburgers. Yes, see, I tell you, I got a whole lot of handicaps, a whole lot of problems. But someone finally accepted me for me, but wasn't going to sit back and say, okay, I accept this, but you're going to have to work on it. I accept this, but I'm not going to accept you staying in that same place. That one of the things I heard in the live yesterday was they had no drive, no gumption, no get up and go. No, well, guess what? Instead of you saying they didn't have it, Why don't you ask them how did they lose it? Some people have been on the battlefield. Some people have been on the battlefield of life, but some people have actually been on a real battlefield. And they prefer the peace and quietness, and they don't prefer all of that stress to be in situations that you could be doing better. You Instead of you working for somebody, you could be the one owning it. I try to own stuff. I tried to be the lease operator, whatever. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Someone just came in, welcome, welcome in. I didn't like it. Somebody's talking about me on their channel, whoever that is. But you know, the thing is, guys, for you to be a better person, you gotta start digging deep. You gotta start digging deep in yourself, in your soul, in your innermost being, because you got yeah. Again, some of us in the chat, some of us are okay being by themselves, but some of y'all want to be with somebody, but you don't know how to. First of all, you got to check yourself. Second of all, you got to set yourself up to be a winner. You set yourself up at your job. You set yourself up in life. You set yourself up with everything else. Why can't you set yourself up to win in your relationship? You don't know when that person's gonna show up. It took 40 some odd years for the one I got. It took 40 some odd years. I'm good with it. Some of us been through hell and back together with the one they with for 20, 30 years. Do you see what I'm saying? We can figure, you can figure it out. You can figure it out, and then you will understand what someone is saying when they say, you know what? I need to be a better man for myself first, or better woman for myself first, then I can be a better person for anybody else that's coming along. I didn't see Frugal Mama today, but y'all know who's next. Got to catch that beat. And we talk about being a better person. You want to be a better person, you need to get your big old fat ass out there and do the exercise with Frugal Mama coming up next. Coming up next, Frugal Mama. See, I'm a good cheerleader. I'm telling you. I'm a good cheerleader. Hey, somebody said someone was talking about me. Hey, you can say what you want. Don't care. I really don't. I really don't. But I do care that I'm here to have fun. I'm here to spread the word, the good news. What good news? That you can be all that you can be on YouTube. Stop. I, The sun's gonna rise in a mile, and a mile is gonna be just fine. Yo, I might have to play that. I normally don't play it, but yo, Powerball's at 760. What the heck? Yeah, you know you ain't gonna win, just giving more money away. But hey, it is what it is. But I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm go ahead and shut it down because I'm saying but and hum and whatever, and I'm gonna get the third degree from Charles. Hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging with your friendly neighborhood. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Host can't stop walking. At least I admit it. Everybody else swear they know what they talking about. I just get on here and flap my gums. At least I admit I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. This is for entertainment purposes only. But guess what? I do care about you. If you don't think nobody loves you, I love you, and God loves you too. Y'all have a blessed day. See y'all Monday. I ain't doing no live, no nothing this weekend. see y'all. See y'all New Year's Day. We gonna start anew. New Year's Day. What? Hey, it's go. what? What resolutions you got? you know. Deuces. See y'all next year. Be blessed. Don't be stressed.